Oh, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to the shop for this week's project. We got a sweet little cherry burl here. I think we're gonna be making a bowl out of this guy. So that's probably gonna mean we're gonna be doing a little casting work, trying to maximize our size. So yeah, I'm gonna get this up between centers and just get it rounded out and start figuring out how we're gonna mold it up. Let's do it. Now, this was given to me as a cherry burl, but after cutting these little wings off, I'm starting to think we might be after some maple here, but we'll get a better idea once we get inside here. It's looking mighty white for cherry, so I don't know. We shall see in a few minutes. Let me get this guy plotted out for size. Alright, got this guy up between centers, the worm screw. Just gonna get the bottom kind of flattened out and get the rest of this rounded out. And go from there. Let's make some chips. Now this is a bit wet yet, and I'm not confident that I'll be able to get it dried well enough to get it casting. So I think we're going to switch gears and make us up a hollow form here instead of a bowl. We'll cut this guy nice and thin, let her warp if she wants, and I think we could better utilize this piece that way. I don't know. Let's see what we can come up with. Alright guys, well, I hate to do this to you, but I think we're switching gears again. I think we're going to turn this into a bowl. We're going to leave these pockets for a partial natural edge. And I think there's going to be a lot more character on the inside here for us to see. So it's kind of why I'm doing this. So I'm going to reshape. I didn't cut this radius in because I was just going to take this all the way over and do some hollow forming. But I think this would be a really neat bowl, and I think there's a lot more of this Burl character on the inside. At least that's the thought. Should be a really neat piece. You know, obviously we're gonna have this hole here, so it's gonna be maybe more of an art piece. I don't know. Still a really neat piece of wood. So yeah, let's do that. Alright, so since we're making this a bowl, I'm gonna bring that foot back just a little bit, and we'll get this shaped in the rest of the way. Wow, such a pleasant surprise. Beautiful, beautiful stuff. Alright guys, in preparation of sanding this up, I'm going to run through and get some thin CA into this bark. I don't want to knock that down lower than the wood here. I know this stuff is super hard, so you know, chances are we might still wear this down. But yeah, I'm going to be using the Starbond thin. I just, when I'm using the thin stuff, I'm usually using it for stabilization like that. So I got her in this bigger Woodcraft bottle. But yeah, we're just going to let this soak up into the bark here, trying to be careful not to get it all over the piece. But yeah, no, it's going to happen anyway. Alright guys, so before I get into sanding, yeah, I just have to make mention of the fact that all the surprises going on with this thing. So all this coloration, I'm pretty darn sure is Ambrosia. So what we originally I thought was a piece of cherry turned into a piece of maple. Not only just any maple, but a maple burl. And as I'm looking at it here, it is loaded with curling and what's going to be some really amazing figuring. But the Ambrosia to boot is just jackpot. like all the way through, jackpot. So, all right, now on with the sanding. Probably gonna do most of this by hand until we get up into the finer grits. I really don't want to wear down the bark underneath the wood, so just gonna take it nice and slow and make sure that this piece remains I don't know what's the word, like as in as good a condition as possible. All right, I'm gonna get started. I'm thinking with some of this 150 and see how that goes. This is some really hard stuff, so I don't know. We'll start there, see how it feels.
$2,000 years later.
All right, we are all sanded out to 600. I'm gonna go ahead, get a coat of sanding sealer on here. See what we're gonna be working with towards our finish. Beautiful stuff. All right, guys, we got our sanding sealer in here, and now it's time to work our way out to our finish. I'm gonna go through the steps with the sanding pastes. I will be using a couple of pastes that are in a testing phase, but I will be sure to let you know what all the others are. I'm just gonna work on through and see what we end up with. I have a feeling this thing's really gonna pop once we get a little shine in it. It's done. Let's go check it out. Oh man. Well, we got another one in the books, guys, and this one was loaded with surprises. I am so happy with the way this came out. Love the shape. The character in the wood is top notch. We got loads of figuring in here. The Ambrosia coloration. It's like the whole jackpot in all one little package. Pretty neat stuff. It's just, you know, it's just one of the reasons to love this craft. You never know what you're gonna find, and quite honestly, I am never disappointed. I really hope you guys like this one. This was a really, really awesome piece to play with. Harder than a coffin nail, I'll tell you, but I think the end result was absolutely worth the effort. I'll leave you guys some slow rollers at the end. Thank you all so much for your unwavering support. I appreciate each and every one of you oh so much. Hope you like my new safety glasses. Couldn't find mine, so you know, my daughter let me borrow hers. If you want to support the channel, smash that like button. Subscribe if you haven't. We do weekly content. Share it around if you like. We got a Facebook, Instagram, Patreon. If you guys want to come and check us out on any of those platforms. This month's cross-channel challenge will be selected by our Patreon. So if you want to get involved in that, go check that out. Throw a $5 into the shop fund. I also want to say thank you guys so much, all the Patreons. We got some new supplies in because of you, and I am grateful for all of your support. I love you guys. I'll see you next week.